Hi friend, how are you? It is the middle of the month. It's the 15th. I'm Pat Sloan and we are on daily challenges for April and April the 15th. Made it to the middle of the month. Who gets excited about that but me? I don't know. I just get excited about it. And it's sort of like this milestone every month. You know, the 15th is the middle of the month. So the calendar today we have for the 15th. On my website today will be the Charming Baby Sew Along, the next part to sew. Remember, this is a weekly one. And the charity, the next section for the charity Quilt Along Bloomtopia. And that also, that one is twice a month. So those are up there later. If you're watching this first thing in the morning, they'll be a little later in the day. But today our challenge is to think about, I put the topic as playing favorites. What does that mean? So I love this. Playing favorites. Think about this. Think about the type of fabrics that you buy, the colors, the style. Think about the type of quilts you make. Again, what colors are they? Do you lean towards a particular style? And if you take a really interesting look at that, sometimes we get in a rut. Sometimes we make the same type of quilts, or we use the same type of fabrics over and over. People tell me this because they'll be like, I really want to use a different kind of fabric, but I always go to my go-to set of colors or my go-to type of fabric, and even though I want to branch out, that I don't. I think there's a couple reasons why this happens. One is that you often don't have tons of time to make things. You know, you're not usually given extra time. So, you know, if you're working, you have other obligations, you might only have a few hours a week that you get to sew. And when you do, you want to sew with things that you love. But, you know, often you go out and you go to to a show or shopping and you see a quilt and you're like, oh, I love that, but I've never worked in those colors, or I've never worked in that style of fabric, but man, that is spectacular. I would love to experience that. So today, look at your fabrics. See who you're playing favorites. Who do you play favorites with? You know, are you always making blue quilts? Do you always maybe gravitate towards very large florals? So you'd like to try something maybe a little bit more contemporary, a little bit more modern, with a little bit of geometric thrown in. You know, take a look at what has been happening. What style of quilts have you done lately? Are they all sort of similar? Have you seen one? This is the next part of it. You know, first analyze what you've been doing and what you've been making. You look through your phone at the pictures that you take. You know, what have you taken? You know, but what have you seen lately? Maybe you're in my Quilt Along group, Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. Maybe you're in there and you've seen somebody's quilt and you're like, I just love that quilt, but I've never made anything like that. Find a couple of those and save the pictures for yourself. You know, save those pictures and sort of look at them and say, what is it that's different that caught your eye about those? Is it the pattern? Maybe it's a different kind of pattern. You've never tried doing something spiky with foundation paper, you know, or maybe it's the color combination. And often I think that's it. I think often we will see somebody else's color combination, go like, oh, I mean, you just, like, your heart stops. You're like, oh, that is so gorgeous. And you know, you can use that color combination that you see and then go to your shelves and see if you can find something similar. So if you already kind of know what your style is, but you want to branch out, then use part 2 today to go and take something you've been looking at and see if you can simulate it, simulate those colors off of your shelf. And then find out what you're missing. So I'm going to show you one color combination that I've been just saving this bundle because I love the color combination so much, and I want to make something with it. I'm not sure yet what I'll make because I haven't had time to play around. But this is the color combination. It's called Drawing Room, and it is a gray, and then there are There's this yellow with the purple, and then there's the purple shade. There's a lot of creams in here, but this gold, there, I like that gold. But this whole line of that purple, gray, there, purple, gray, and green, this color combination just sparks my interest. Like here's a little tonals that are with it. I love that particular shade of purple. It's, I don't know, everything about this, like, oh, this is so yummy. I'll link you to this. So down below, so you can take a look. I think it might be on sale. I'll write that if I find out it is. But this is the one that I have not worked in purple lately. It's been a little while, and not purple and gray and yellow with the splashes of white. So this is the color combination I personally want to work with. The other thing I want to show you is some fun stuff up on the back wall. Yay! So I need, okay, back down here a minute. So I need to desperately change the quilts in my living room. Time has gotten away from me because I've been, whatever. No excuses, it's just gotten away. And I need to take down the wintry looking blues and put up something else. So when I was getting some, going through looking for something, I rediscovered my Oh My Stars done with this gingerbread fabric that is got animals on it. Here, I will zoom you in a bit closer. See if, whoops, there we go. So you can see there are chickens. See the chickens and the cows. There's some cute geometrics and strawberries. Look how darling that is. I love it with that black and white gingham. Super, super cute. So I am going to pull a bunch of quilts that are in that color family to hang in my living room for spring. But what I discovered is a gingerbread, who is Stacy is her name, and that is her company name, Gingerbread. And she just put out another line that is even cuter. It has sheep. Sheep. They are so darling. Just darling. So I will link you to her ones. It's similar colors. It's got a couple other barnyard animals too. Might also have chickens again. But the sheep are so cute. And so, and I'll link you to the plaid. So if you want to do an Oh My Stars, which is my pattern, you can do one with the gingerbread. And then I also put up my purple tulips from my Celebrate the Seasons book. There they are. So I've got them hanging in the studio. Actually, I got them pinned on the back wall on top of another quilt because this wall keeps getting used, so didn't have any room there. But I just thought I'd hang it up because it feels like spring. My one lonely red tulip is still out there. He's almost done. But I thought you'd like to see the red tulips. They're over there. I'll close in. So it's really fun. I used a whole bunch of scraps. Some of the tulips there are a piece with a lot of scraps, and other ones use a big full piece of fabric. And then also there's a third tulip shape that has a heart in the middle. So that's all in the book, Celebrate the Seasons. I meant to bring the book cover over, but I will link it. I will link it down below. Okay, our stay at home, sew along. I've got another block that I really like. I found another fabric when I was looking through some bins, and so here it is. This one is a very old one from my friend Kate Spain. So Kate Spain does designs for all kinds of things. She's a graphic artist. If you have Crate and Barrels, Kate's stuff is on that. She does paper products that you might find in Target, and she also does fabric for Moda. So this one is part of a full big scene, and I wanted to show you that because I still have a pretty big piece of this. I used a bunch of this from this line for a project. I think it was for a magazine a couple years back. It's called, I forget the name of the line. I forget the name she had it, but it's like a little Italian village with a little gondolier and I love like the little flower boxes. Now, I have never been to Italy. I lived in Europe for 8 years, but that is one country we did not get to. So as an adult, I always thought that's on my list. I'd like to go. I'd like to go to Italy, see my friends at Orifil. They're in Milan. So someday, there's a lot of days left. It'll happen. It'll happen. But I just loved finding that again and taking a piece of it for the project. So it was a really good and fun reminder. I think the year that I did this quilt, I combined some of my fabric and Kate's fabric into the same project. So that was really cool. Okay, halfway point. Today you're going to look at where you are playing favorites and look at switching it up. Using something, either style quilt or style of fabric you haven't done for a while or ever. And report in. I want to hear over at Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. You can leave me comments here at YouTube. Also, if you are on Facebook, be sure to come to my kitchen adventures where we are talking food and what we can make with the many meals all of us are making right now. So if you need some ideas or some help, come on over, Kitchen Adventures. So I love you. Have an absolutely amazing Wednesday. And later today, look for the charity block and the Charming Baby, the next one for Charming Baby to sew along, the sampler. Okay, mwah, mwah. Love you. Mwah. See you.